Good afternoon, Facebook friends. I just wanted to go live this afternoon as I'm just taking a break from the meetings that we're in here in sunny Naples, Florida. It has cooled down a little bit. I think we got a little bit of that cold front going on. But the last few days, as we've been going through meetings, been reading, doing some reflection, a thought come across my mind that I thought I would like to share with you. And this week, during my scriptural reading, during my business readings, I was reminded of the great importance of having the right people in your circle. Who's in your circle? I was reminded of Proverbs 24:17, the scripture that has always been something that I've always held close to me as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpeneth another. And when we think about that, I picture a blacksmith, and I picture a blacksmith holding that metal into that fire, that flame, getting it to the point that it's moldable. As that blacksmith begins to get that iron so hot that it begins to get moldable, the next thing he does, he takes that and he'll use tools. He'll lay that on an anvil. He will take a hammer and he will begin to beat and to mold that metal into the vision of what he thinks it'll be to be useful. And when I think about that, I thought about how each one of us were created with a purpose. We were created with a calling on our hearts and our lives. And when I think about life, I sometimes think about life just as that metal is put in that furnace and it gets heated to the point that it's moldable. Then all of a sudden now I think that's kind of what life does to us, that when we go through circumstances, when we go through situations in life, a lot of times what that does to us is it makes us pliable and it makes us moldable. And I think some of those times is God allowing us to be put in a situation to be molded into who he has created us to be. But the question would be then, when we're in that moldable situation, who is it that's molding us? Who is it that is forming us? Who is it that is putting us in that when we get in that moldable? We know the blacksmith, when he heats that metal and he lays it down, he has a vision for what it is, so he will hit it with that hammer until it molds into what he wants it to be. So when those things happen to us, I want to focus just a little bit on that. If we were to go back, and there's an old saying that we would see sometimes, the old saying, when you see a turtle on the top of a fence post, chances are he did not get there on his own. Do you realize that every one of us needs someone in our life? Every one of us needs someone. It's those someones in our lives a lot of times that helps mold us and make us into who we were created to be. A lesson that I learned years ago, and I've applied it to my life, is I feel that each one of us, in order to be successful, in order for us to have that purpose-filled life, in order for us to accomplish some great things, I think it's very important that we surround ourselves with at least 3 people in our lives. And of those 3 people, one of the first people I think that's very important to us is a mentor. Who do we have that is pouring into us? Who do we have that is sharing their experiences? Who do we have that is taking the steps that they've already been ahead of us? Now they're walking along with us and helping us make the right steps, letting us learn from their experience, learn from their mistakes. Very important that each one of us find that person in our life that is our mentor, that person that is going to help us to be successful, help us to succeed at whatever it may be. We look to different people in our life, and we may have many of these different people. We may have someone doing that in our business. We may have someone doing that in our relationship, helping us with our marriage or helping us with our parenting skills, maybe helping us with our hobbies or activities. But it's very important that we surround ourselves with the right people. That first one being someone who is pouring into us, somebody that is molding us and helping us to be the best that we can be. Another person that we need in our lives is that person that we walk alongside of. That person that walks alongside of us as an encourager. I don't know about you, but sometimes in life we get dealt a hard deck, and when we get dealt these blows and these things come, it's very easy to get discouraged. It's easy sometimes to get sidetracked. It's easy sometimes to just think, well, I can't do something. We need those people that are in our lives that are going to give us a hand. Those people that are going to say, pick your head up. Those people that say, I believe in you. I know you can do this. We also need need those people sometimes when we get to thinking that we're more than what we are. We get to thinking that we're better than what we are. We need those people that are close enough as in life to say, hey, I think we need to pull that down just a little bit. I call that person my accountability partner. That one that is walking alongside of me, that is encouraging me when I get discouraged, that's helping me to see things that maybe I don't see. So as we look through life and those three people that we need in our lives, having somebody that is mentoring us, somebody that is pouring into us, someone who is walking alongside us, someone who is that encourager, that accountability partner, that person that just is there. And I think about Aaron and Hur. I think about Moses when I think about that passage of scripture when Moses was holding his hands up and they were winning the battle. But all of a sudden he got tired. And I would assume that I could say safely that you get tired sometimes. We all get tired. As long as he would hold his hands up in the air, they would win the battle. But all of a sudden, he got just like us. He was human. He got tired. Those hands would begin to drop. And when they would begin to drop, we would see they would lose the battle. But what happened? He had a couple people that come up alongside of him. They come up, they shoved a rock up under him. One got on one side, one got on the other, and they held their hands up, held his hands up together with them, and he prevailed, and they won the battle. Those are the people that we need in our life. We need those people that are going to hold our hands up when we're tired. Those people that's going to shove the rock up underneath us when we get weary and we get weak. Those that are going to be on our side rooting for us. So not only do we have to have someone that is mentoring, pouring into our lives, we have to have those people that are walking alongside us. But thirdly, I think each one of us needs to have someone that we're pouring into. Who is it that we're pouring into? Who is it that we're sharing our experiences? Who is it that we're showing them some skills and walking them through some things that can help them? Those are very important. So when I thought about this week, and as I've gathered here at our 20 group meeting, as I've surrounded myself with a great group of leaders that are very successful in all areas, many different areas of life and in business, but as I surround myself with them, I'm learning from them. They're pouring into me. I'm sharing my experience with them and causing them to be able to learn from that. We're encouraging one another. When I look back over life, I have so many people that I've been blessed to have in my life that have mentored me, that have just poured into me and helped me become who I was, who I am. And I think those people that walk alongside me, that encourage me, but also look, and I'm so proud of those that I've been blessed to be able to pour into, to be able to share things to help them become the best that they can be. I want to encourage you today. This is kind of be a midweek motivation. We got started off to the week. We're in the middle of the week here on Wednesday afternoon, and I want to encourage you today. This morning, the meme we posted was the iron sharpens as iron. So as we go through life, we're moldable, we're being shaped. Can I ask you, who are you allowing to shape you, and who are you trying to shape? Would you take account of your life? Do an inventory now. Do you have those three people in your life? Do you have someone investing in you, someone walking alongside you, and someone you're investing in? Begin to search and begin to find. If those people aren't there, begin to find those people that you can have them part of your life. Those will definitely help you have a good, profitable, and give you a purpose-filled life. Once again, I appreciate those that came on live here to watch this. This is my first Facebook Live that I wanted to get on and share with you today during my break from my meeting. Just got all inspired and excited this week as I've been reading and studying, and I thought I'd love to share some of this with you. I hope this has been beneficial to you. Choose those three people in your life wisely. And once again, those are three categories. You may have 5, 6 people that are investing in you. You maybe have several that you're walking alongside of, and you may have several you're pouring into. But those are three categories of people that we need in our life. Jim Rohn said one time, he said, we become the average of the 5 people that we spend our most time with. We need to take account of that. I trust that you have a great remainder of the day, great remainder of the week. May God bless you until the next time we come back to you on Facebook Live.